All right, it's no secret. Everybody knows liquor sales are up, people, because they have been in quarantine, have been drinking just a little more. First of all, it's obviously not the best thing for you. Can add extra weight for you. Do a lot of bad things while you're going along. But this morning we've got Dr. Miles Spar, Chief Medical Officer of Vault Health, and he has some recommendations to kind of like ease that up. Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning. Good to be here.
Nice to have you with us this morning. So tell us a little bit about what's been going on, and things that you've learned throughout this pandemic about people have been consuming more alcohol.
Exactly. It's a stressful time, absolutely, and there are a lot of really healthy ways to manage stress, like meditation and mindfulness and yoga and all of those things, and those should be first and foremost. But on top of that, a little bit of alcohol can help take the edge off as well. Plus, it's holiday time. People associate that with having a little more alcohol, and people are home a lot more. And so I think out of boredom, people are thinking, I got to cut the time somehow and shake it up a little bit. So I think those are all factors leading to it.
Okay, now you do have some good news for everybody. We don't want to be Debbie Downers. You do have some good news of some drinks that are actually not so bad for you.
Exactly.
One of them is red wine.
Exactly. We know there's some health benefits of red wine. Red wine has antioxidants in it that actually can help fight off infection and be anti-aging to some extent. Obviously, it's all about how much you take and how much you drink. And so having 1 or 2 glasses of red wine for a man, having about 1 glass of red wine for a woman, even on a daily basis, is not necessarily bad for your health and may even be helpful for your health. There are even studies showing certain grapes might even be more beneficial than others. Some studies show Pinot Noir, for example, but certainly the red wine more than the white wine does have some good evidence of its antioxidant benefits.
And if you look at a lot of the European countries where folks live to great ages into their hundreds, one of their secrets is a good glass of wine all the time.
Exactly. And that could be part of why they maybe don't have as high a risk of heart disease. There are obviously other factors as well, but that could be part of it. And around the holidays, there are ways to jazz that up. You could make a holiday sangria with red wine and put some fresh fruit in there and even add maybe a tiny bit of brandy in there, which some people think can help with cold and flu a little bit. There's not real good evidence for that, but it probably doesn't hurt. But not adding sugar to it. Some recipes have sugar, so don't add the extra sugar. Just do the wine with maybe a little brandy and some fresh fruit and really make it a special holiday type of form of red wine.
One of the others that is my favorite is a good Bloody Mary.
Yes. And, that's not a bad idea. We know that tomatoes have a lot of health benefits. There's something called lycopene, which, at Vault Health, we specialize in men's health. And lycopene is really good for prostate cancer prevention. So getting that lycopene however you can is a great thing to do. And you can get that in tomatoes. So, Bloody Mary, really, again, not having a lot of added sugar. It's really the tomato juice and just a clear alcoholic vodka. Having celery or, other vegetables in there can help add some good healthy vitamins. So that's not a bad choice.
Okay, another one on there is scratch margarita or a mojito.
Okay, so margaritas are a big one that many people can make a mistake about, because if you use that mix that come from a lot of sources, it's all sugar. Mm-hmm. And sugar is really the main thing to avoid when you're drinking alcohol, because alcohol itself is processed a lot like sugar in the body. So when you put added sugar in tonic water or in margarita mix or other mixes, that's really turning it from something that could potentially be not so harmful into something that's even more harmful than the alcohol part, which would be the sugar part. But if you make a scratch margarita where you're just adding some lime juice and maybe some other alcohols, some people like orange flavored liqueurs in there, and then the tequila, then you're really not adding a lot of bad added calories and a lot of bad added sugar. Mojitos as well. If you're using fresh ingredients, you get vitamins and nutrients from fresh ingredients. So mold some lime in there, get some fresh mint in there. Those are going to have some health benefits, actually.
Hot toddy. Now, I haven't heard that in a long time, but it's also on the list.
Yeah, that's maybe a little more folklore than science, although there are some scientists from England, because, hot toddies are big in the UK, that say it's that mix. Hot toddy is basically a hot whiskey drink, but they often will add lemon and ginger to it. Ginger has some anti-inflammatory and anti-infective properties, and that mix of the warm and also the sweet and the sour together actually can stimulate mucus secretion, which potentially could help eliminate, if you're initially exposed to cold viruses, help get those kind of flowing out of your system. So, again, more folklore, but not adding a lot of sugar, but just having the whiskey with maybe some lemon and some ginger and a little bit of honey could potentially be helpful, but probably is not as harmful as other options.
On a cold winter's night, it sounds perfect.
Exactly. And
Okay,
that's what's coming at us soon.
That is what's coming at us. Vodka and soda or a martini with olives is last on the list.
Exactly. You know, martini with olives is really one of my main go-tos that I recommend to people who really want to have a drink and ask me about how to limit weight gain, how to limit the negative health effects. Because either one, I mean, a vodka and soda is just the vodka itself. A martini, though, is good because if you add the olives, not blue cheese stuffed olives, but just regular olives. Exactly. You got to be careful.
Oh, come on.
I know, right? But olives have a lot of health benefits. They have a good, healthy kind of fats. And so adding a little olive juice and the olives, and then you're just having vodka without anything else added. Again, watching how many. You don't want to have more than 1 for women or 1 to 2 for men. And when we say that, we're talking about a 1.5 ounce shot. We're not talking about those giant martini glasses that might count as more than 1. But that's an option where you can get some of those healthy fats in there along with your alcohol.
Well, Doctor, thank you for your time today. Here's to a happy and healthy holiday season, and fingers crossed, a happy new year as well.
Exactly. You too. Hopefully it's a much healthier 2021.